Hey everybody, Fitz here again, and another edition of Fitz Fun Fitness. And the key word there is the middle part. Fitz fun, fun. So basically, exercising, most of us will agree, we're not going to do it unless it's fun. So we've got to find different ways to keep us interested. During this pandemic, I'm sure most people have gotten bored. I heard that the equipment companies are selling out left and right. People are buying all kinds of online equipment. Since they can't get to the gym, they're doing all kinds of Peloton, things like that. YouTube videos, everything. So that's probably how you came across and found me. So what I had been doing over the pandemic is I was watching a lot of the old Rocky movies. And I remembered how much fun it was to train in boxing. When I was in high school, actually this shows how old I am, back in I think 1980, my freshman year, they had boxing in the PE class. So we actually did some boxing, and I used to box at a local gym, maybe for about a couple months. I got to the point where I loved the workouts, but I didn't like getting punched. Okay. But boxing is a great workout. The one thing I found out with the arthritis and the pounding, I can't handle the heavy bag anymore, even though it used to be a blast to hit the heavy bag. When you think about it, most people, if you look at a typical heavy bag, 40, 70, 100-pound heavy bag, it's filled with rags and sand. Over time, the sand settles, and if you've ever hit an older punching bag, it's like hitting a rock. And you think about it, if you're putting all your power into hitting something and it stops, it doesn't absorb it, all that impact goes through your wrists, through your elbows, through your shoulders, and it's compressing the joint, not strengthening the muscle. It's basically just compressing the joint. So it's going to hurt the bursa, it's going to hurt the joints in itself. The other technique that a lot of people do is the old speed bag. It looks really cool when you see guys go da-da-da-da-da-da. But people don't realize how much skill it takes to do that. A speed bag is on a ball bearing. That thing spins all around. So you have to hit that thing perfect to have it go, hit the top, come back toward you. So you're hitting it perfect striking in order for it to go back and forth, back and forth. If you hit it offline, the ball bearing will go sideways and it'll spin around. So that's where I came across this, the double end bag. I've seen it in movies before, and usually it's like guys are bobbing back and forth on it. But what I found out is that you can do some of that speed bag technique, and you can do like the heavy bag, obviously not the impact. So today I'm going to talk about this. Basically, it looks almost like the speed bag, except that it has a strap on both sides. It's basically got a bungee. I attached the bottom bungee, I attached it to a 60-pound dumbbell to keep it strong, or set. And the top one, I put an eye hook in the rafter above, and I attached it there. Now, when you're working with this, you probably should wear gloves. More so like, if you're wearing a ring, or, you don't want to cut the bag, or also just, if you don't want to bruise up your fingers. It's not like it's really hard, but it's firm enough where if you take the pounding, you don't have much padding in your knuckles, so you can feel it. Different types of gloves. These are regular boxing gloves. These weigh about 16 ounces. These are pretty heavy. It doesn't seem like it, but punch with 16 ounces over and over again for a few rounds. These are like heavy bag gloves. And for today, I'm going to use basically speed bag gloves. These are light. I think they're neoprene. They have a little padding in them. And slide right on. So I kind of like these, my choice. And what I usually do for a workout is I always take it this way. You can start off with 30-second bouts, work at the techniques first, work up to a minute. I think that since like amateur boxing, you get 3-3-minute rounds. I do repetitions or circuits in 3-minute. So what I do first is usually I just do kind of like the speed bag just for technique. I make sure I hit down. And I'll do 3 minutes for right side. Then I'll do 3 minutes with the other. Then I'll do 3 minutes alternating. Oh, out of control. The nice thing is you're probably not seeing it because it's one-dimensional, but because the pressure's on both sides with the bungee, it's pretty much going to be linear. So if I hit it and it goes out to the side, it's still going to come back to in line with me. So it looks pretty fancy here, but if you saw it, it's going all over. So I have to make sure I keep focused. So I'll do 3 minutes there. Then I'll do 3 minutes of just abs. And if it starts moving back and forth, it makes you have to keep in line. So I'll do 3 minutes with right hand, 3 minutes left. And then what I'll do is get on balls of my feet and I'll just do a little ducking. Punch it when it comes back, try to move back and forth. Alternate. You could throw a couple uppercuts. This is where it gets fun. This is kind of like when you're using a heavy bag. Now the one thing I'll tell you, again, if you want to learn all the techniques, go to a gym, do some boxing workouts. One thing I'll say is that when you're punching, I usually keep my fist in, and as I punch, I rotate out. So fist toward me. As I rotate, I pull away, and you don't want to overextend. You don't want to hyperextend and just not hit something. So when you get there, it's called pulling your punch. Right before you extend, you pull back. So it's like that. Pull, snap, pull back. That, pull back. That'll keep you from extending and hurting your elbow. Obviously, this isn't super technical. If you want to learn real boxing techniques, go to a gym. But I just thought I'd give you an alternate for a workout in these times. All right? Hope you had a great time, or hope you enjoyed this. Talk to you next time.